between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Oilers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Coming to you, coming to you.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now Brown. Brown with his stick skills. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. To the air, Allen. This will be caught by Brown. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Allen now on 1st down. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Mike 40. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
To throw, it's Allen. Got a man, it's Brown. Past the 20. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 36 yards on the play.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah. Alert! We go Mike 40. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Howard. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, let's get that home.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. With it is Brown. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Let's go, D. Tight, tight. Mike 9. Hey, we gotta get to 9. Mike over there. Danny, we go.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Allen now looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. On the return is Peterson. It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Murray now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Murray on the sneak, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Go, go, go.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Let's get up. 49, guys.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one covers 29 yards. First down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go, baby.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Murray going to try to throw on third down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on fourth.
Mike, check, 59.
Murray sets to throw on fourth, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
We got it.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
49.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And he finds Howard complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
I got you. 49 to Mike.
Here's Murray. And this is caught off the deflection. Only able to gain a couple there.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Murray keeps it himself. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Coleman now. And some room to maneuver. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken near the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Judon able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Check Mike Ford.
On play action, Allen. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A gain there of 30 big ones. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 58 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. This is Coleman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Allen now on 3rd and goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Robert Foster. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 33-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Right here, right here.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Yards on the return that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 1st down, Allen. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And here's Allen throwing again. And John Brown's got it complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Hey, high 7. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Spins past him. Completes it to Coleman. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Mike 9. Mike 9.
And again, it's Allen. He finds his target, John Brown. A good pickup there, 22.
Here we go. 22 yards. That's
Round 80. Watch twins.
Allen to throw once more. And that's complete to Brown. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
This will be caught just inside the 10. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They go with Howard again. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Exit. Hey, tight. Everyone, we got 4 down. Hey, Zoo. Got you, boy.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken very short.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of running.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
Third and 15.
The Ravens on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Check. Fresno.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's a big... Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Check Mike 40. Check Mike 40.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Carl Lawson, his 2nd sack of the night.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Allen hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job 1, paramount, because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble.
Ready. 49. Mike's 49. Bound to lose one. Zoom.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
Mike, 49. We ain't giving up nothing today. Short. 49. 49's the Mike. 49's the Mike.
To throw, it's Murray. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Darren Lee in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. To try again after the sack. Murray looking left side. Andrews with it complete. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And they put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the home team here, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the